looking at my top 5 favorite TV characters. Yay! Sorry, I'm just not gonna be on screen, but you get to hear my lovely voice, which is always nice for me. So I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, on with the pictures. Oh, and quotes, because I'm cool like that. Number 5 is Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City. She's played by Sarah Jessica Parker. The reason I picked her is because she's just that girl who's always looking for love, and she spends all her time with her friends, and I don't know, I just think she's awesome, and I love that show. Okay, the Carrie quotes that I picked are: maybe our mistakes are what make our fate. Without them, what would shape our lives? Perhaps if we were veered off course, we wouldn't fall in love or have babies or be who we are. After all, seasons change, so do cities. People come into your life and people go, but it's comforting to know that the ones you love are always in your heart, and if you're very lucky, a plane ride away. And then the next one is: later that day, I got to thinking about relationships. There are those that open you up to something new and exotic, those that are old and familiar, those that bring up lots of questions, those that bring you somewhere unexpected, those that bring you far from where you started, and those that bring you back. But the most exciting, challenging, and significant relationship of all is the one you have with yourself. And if you can find someone to love the you love, well, that's just fabulous. And the last one is: no matter who broke your heart or how long it takes to heal, you'll never get through it without your friends. Number 4 is Lucas Scott from One Tree Hill. He's played by Chad Michael Murray. Lucas is the boy who stands up for what he believes in, even when it's not right. I like Lucas because he's cool, I guess, sometimes. And because he's that guy, that jock who's insanely smart and wants to do better with his life. And he tries to make things better for other people. Okay, and the quotes that I have for Lucas are: suddenly it was as if the roar of the crowd, the echo of the final buzzers, the cheers of my teammates were all sounding from 1,000 miles away. What remained in that bizarre, muffled silence was only Peyton, the girl whose art, passion, and beauty had changed my life. In that moment, my triumph was not a state championship, but simple clarity. The realization that we had always been meant for each other, and every instinct to the contrary had simply been a denial of the following truth: I was now and would always be in love with Peyton Sawyer. And the next one is: sometimes when you're young, you think nothing can hurt you. It's like being invincible. Your whole life is ahead of you, and you have big plans to find your perfect match, the one who completes you. But as you get older, you realize it's not always that easy. It's not until the end of your life that you realize how the plans you made were simply plans. Because at the end, when you're looking back instead of forward, you want to believe you made the most of what life gave you. You want to believe you're leaving something good behind. You want it all to have mattered. And the last one is: when all my dreams come true, the one I want next to me, it's you. It's you, Peyton. That's my favorite one. Okay, now that we're getting to number 3, it's gonna get a little bit trickier. My top 3 people, I couldn't really decide who I wanted to be top more, because I love them all equally. They're Meredith Grey, Peyton Sawyer, and Spike from Buffy. They all have a different place in my heart, and I just couldn't choose, so yeah, they're all number 1. And the quotes will be randomly distributed out of the pictures as well as the pictures, so enjoy. And since his picture was first, we're going to start with Spike. You're not friends. You'll never be friends. You'll be in love till it kills you both. You'll fight and you'll shag and you'll hate each other till it makes you quiver, but you'll never be friends. Love isn't brains, children. It's blood. Blood screaming inside you to work its will. I may be love's bitch, but at least I'm man enough to admit it. And the next one is going to be Peyton. Why do I care? Brooke, this has been one of the worst years of my life, and I needed my best friend now more than ever. But you cut me out of your life because I was honest with you, when you were never, ever honest with me. You made fun of my mom's death, Brooke. You knew her. You cried with me when she died, and now you use her as a punchline and a joke to hurt me. It hurt, it did, but not anymore, because you and me, we're done. You're right, she's dead, and as far as I'm concerned, so are you. And finally, it's a Meredith quote. Yay! Okay, here it is, your choice. It's simple, her or me. And I'm sure she's really great. But Derek, I love you. And a really, really big, pretend to like your taste in music, let you eat the last piece of cheesecake, hold a radio over my head outside your window, unfortunate way that makes me hate you, love you. So pick me. Choose me. Love me. Okay, and here's another Spike quote. You listen to me. I've been alive a bit longer than you, and dead a lot longer than that. I've seen things you couldn't imagine, and done things I prefer you didn't. Don't exactly have a reputation for being a thinker. I follow my blood, which doesn't exactly rush in the direction of my brain, so I make a lot of mistakes, a lot of wrong bloody calls. 100+ years, and there's only one thing I've ever been sure of. You. Hey, look at me. I'm not asking you for anything. When I say I love you, it's not because I want you or because I can't have you. It has nothing to do with me. I love what you are, what you do, how you try. I've seen your kindness and your strength. I've seen the best and the worst of you, and I understand with perfect clarity exactly what you are. You're a hell of a woman. You're the one, Buffy. Okay, here's a Peyton one. I didn't come here to rehash the past. I was reminded today in a roundabout way that the most perfect act of love is sacrifice. It's what Keith did for Karen, burying his feelings for her all of those years so he could be a good friend. I love you, Lucas, and I think I have since the first moment we locked eyes, and it's gonna suck to... But if what you want is for me to let go, then I'm gonna do it. Be happy, Luke. I want that with all my heart. Here's another Meredith one. I'm still mad at you, and I don't know if I trust you. I want to trust you, but I don't know if I do. So I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna try and trust you, because I believe that we can be extraordinary together rather than ordinary apart. And here's my last Spike one. No, look at me. I love you. You're all I bloody think about, dream about. You're in my gut, in my throat. I'm drowning in you, Summers. Drowning. Here's the last Peyton quote. Remember that day? Because that day changed everything, and I didn't know it at the time. But when you fixed my car, you fixed my heart. And when you proposed to me 2 years ago, I just wasn't ready, and I was lost and scared. So I said someday. But someday is now, Luke. It is. Someday is now, and I love you. Please don't leave me again. People always leave. At least that's what I should have said. Instead, I said nothing and watched him say, I do. This last one is my Meredith quote, and it's actually not by Meredith, but it's about her, and it's actually one of my favorite ones about her, so that's why I used it. Okay, it's from Christina Yang, which is like her best friend. Well, she works hard all day. She's good at her job. Why should you care how she unwinds? I mean, you like to bake all night. Others like to drink. Others like an occasional screaming orgasm. Okay, that's my top 5 for this week. Sorry it's so late, guys. I'll try to get it out again on Monday correctly this time. I already know what I'm going to do for next week, so yay! Also, guys, the top 5 thing's a little bit hard for me, so I was thinking if you guys come up with some suggestions of things I should top 5, leave it in a comment. I'll do some of those things. Bye!